you join me 24 hours before we go to Japfest. We're hoping to get the gimbal and do some rolling shots as we head there. We're going to meet members of the MilesMotoring stand over on the M1, about 45 minutes from Silverstone, and then have a steady drive. So join us bright and early in the morning, and we'll see you at Japfest tomorrow. We're going to meet members of the Miles.
Okay, so one thing this morning, as we've been setting up the stand, I haven't been able to do the live that I'd normally do. So fortunately for me, John has taken over services on TikTok Live today, and he's in a chair at the moment.
Hello.
Looking after people as they're coming in. How's it going?
Okay, yeah. Steady.
We've got a fair few cars lining up.
People asking to see BMWs.
BMWs, yeah. There'll be loads of BMWs here. Make sure they subscribe, and if they send 10 Galaxies, then a BMW may appear. So the stand's looking great. We've got Mark 1 Phase 2 Yaris T-Sport here with Corolla T-Sport wheels. It also has a Corolla steering wheel, which you might just be able to see there. But the real party trick with this, hello, is the seats from a GR Yaris. Marcel has come across from the Netherlands for this trip. We've also got an MX-5. No stand is complete without an MX-5. And then we have Kevin and his Honda Civic, which is a little boosty boy. We'll get some more information on that later, so make sure you stay tuned. And then one of my favourite cars on the stand, and a car that I used to own, a Celica GT4. But this one's far better than my old one. This one's got Recaros. So the Celica has an earlier version of the 3S GT engine that I have in the Caldina. We'll get the bonnets up and we'll show you around shortly. Okay, so for now, enjoy some of this montage. But for now, as ever, Tom's car's looking clean. Might need to get a cloth out later and actually give the Caldina a wipe down. We also have our Caldina clock from JCM, who will tag him on Instagram.
They don't build them like this anymore. The RD1 Honda CR-V, a masterclass in the 90s utility. It wasn't built to be a luxury icon, yet here it is, decades later, still running and turning heads, championship white, simple, boxy and legendary. This car isn't just amazing, but it's also a daily driver. Next on the stand, we had this sharp, angular and unapologetically 2000s, the Gen 7 Celica GT. Covered in carbon, this didn't just chase the wind, it cut through it. Designed by Calty to look like a fighter jet on wheels, this front-wheel drive legend proved that style and agility never go out of fashion, the last of its kind and still ahead of the curve. As we prepped the stand this year, it was difficult to decide what was going to go at the front. However, we had a theme of red, white and blue, so it made sense to put the NSX, the Caldina and the MR2 all together. As we settled in, we got to see this Yaris T-Sport that had come all the way from the Netherlands. It's been really tastefully modded, and you need to keep an eye on this on socials because it might, just might, be getting a turbo kit in the future. Obviously, we had the Alphard on stand as well. I mean, we could have just turned that into a cabin. The JCM clock was on display. It did unfortunately get kicked, but these things happen at a show.
So we're just going to say goodbye to the Celica. Gen 7's already gone, GT4's just about to go, so enjoy.
The true car culture knows no boundaries. Harry made the trip down from Scotland to share this, a 540 horsepower Toyota MR2 SW20. It's a build that balances peak 90s aesthetic with modern, brutal performance. With parts imported from America, to some, it's a poor man's Ferrari. To anyone who's seen it move, it's a giant killer. Respect the build and respect the journey. Crossing borders for the love of boost, Kevin travelled all the way from the Netherlands with two other friends with his 90s Civic. That's moved way past its grocery getter roots. Just look at this setup. A massive turbo tucked away in the bay, enough boost to make most supercars nervous. In the world of JDM, Kevin's build proves that nothing beats a lightweight hatch with a heavy hitting heart. As you can see, we followed through on that red, white and blue theme. We had the NSX and the Caldina following up at the front in an arrow formation, with the MR2 just behind. What do you think of this? We had all sorts of JDM cars on stand this year. Walking through the MilesMotoring stand, and the vibes are unmatched. People were able to do as much or as little as they wanted. Relaxing in their chairs, we've brought together some incredible owners today. International guests, long-distance travellers, and some seriously impressive builds. From the sharp angles of the Gen 7 Celica to the 540 brake MR2. There is a serious amount of metal to admire. Huge thanks to everyone who brought their pride and joy down. This is what car culture is all about. Moving through the stand, we hit two cars that couldn't be more different, yet they both nail the brief. On one hand, you have the ultimate box on wheels aesthetic, and on the other, you have the best modern warm hot hatch that's ever come out of Japan. The two cars we're talking about? Well, let's start with the Suzuki Swift Sport. This was brought down by Matt, who has joined us previously on stands, but Matt's ZC33, this is a lightweight hero of the modern era. While the Cube is about slow and low lifestyle, this Swift is all about agility, with that punchy turbocharger booster jet engine and a chassis that loves a corner. It's a reminder that you don't need thousands of horsepowers to have serious fun. Just ask the guys at Rent for Ring at the Nürburgring.
You will recognise this Honda NSX from the Weekender we just had a couple of weeks ago. In fact, it might have been last week. Still clean, scrubbed down, done 1,000 miles in the last few weeks. I guess in the comments, how many miles do you think this car's done?
Thank you so much for watching, and if you don't already, please do drop us a follow, and we'll take you on for more adventures with MilesMotoring. See you on the next one.